So I'm going to ask you a very spoilery question, and we'll obviously save this for
Thank you.
later
Thank you.
later on. But I'm dying to ask you about this. The last time we spoke, you told me how badly you wanted to play a bad guy. It was your wish to
I
be a
remember.
corpse or a monster. This
I
time you get to be
remember.
both. I need you to play a villain. Like you played like the
I
final
always
dude. You got to
wanted
play a
to.
villain.
It was funny. I met Ron Perlman at like the second Comic Con ever. And I told him that story. I said, I always wanted your career. And he goes, this town will never let you have my career, pretty boy. And I was like, oh God. But he was right. That's why I asked for it to be you when
Yes, please.
Victoria
I
was
was like,
in the
please,
interview.
we got to
But I
talk about
remember
it.
this conversation. Yeah, man. It was an easy sell once Jen told me the end of the movie. But I still needed a reason why.
Yes.
Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. And the
Hmm.
reason why had to work for me. And she applied trauma to this turn that Ray has, that since we're talking spoilers, that causes him to kill the people that he's willing to kill. And the fact that he never dealt with that trauma, and you see how Love's character, Julie, has dealt with that trauma. And they have that scene in the beginning where she literally is warning him, like, if you don't fucking deal with
Yeah.
this, it's excuse my language, if you don't deal with this, that's a wrap. And he's like, yo, I deal with it every day, but that's a broken man talking to you. Trauma either makes you or breaks you.
Mhm.
And it was very challenging and scary to play a broken character when I loved him so much as a strong blue collar average guy, earned every dollar he ever made, was never given anything. Like it was a lot. So that reason why had to ring true to me. And when she gave me the reason why and showed me like how this trauma kind of destroyed him over these 20 plus years, I was all in. So we take some big swings with this movie. I know some diehard Ray fans are going to be like, "What the hell, man? That's my guy. Don't do that to me." Just know this: whether you loved it or whether it pissed you off, I committed my heart and soul to this character, to that performance, to that moment, to make it as truthful and organic and vulnerable as I know how to make it.
Mhm.
And so, whether you got mad or not, just know I loved it and I committed everything to it in the hopes that you'll click to that and you'll love it too.
No, amazing work, honestly, because I wasn't mad about it. I wasn't happy about it, but I wasn't mad about it. What
Okay,
I
though,
was,
you
I was
shouldn't be
fucking
happy.
heartbroken about it
It
because of the
should be
way
a
that you
heart,
played it.
thank you. It
Yes.
should be a heartbreaking moment because you see how broken this guy really
Mhm.
is and how it's his fault. I'm not saying it's not his fault, but in his mind, in his broken perspective, what else could he do? And if you watch the movie like a second time and you watch that first scene with Julian Ray again, you'll kind of see how he could spiral into that world. I thought Love projected that or expressed that moment really, really well and effectively without it being on the nose at all. She kind of swallowed the line and just let it kind of play. So yeah, I think on a second viewing, people can kind of see that. But I loved the turn in this so much. It's the reason I did the movie. And I love Ray more than anyone, I promise.
I love him very much, but I do believe you probably love him even
Thanks.
more than any of us, which I do feel like you took great care in bringing him to this space. So thank you.
Nah, I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Yeah, it was you're the only person I've spoken spoiler with. Everyone else I didn't want to talk about it, but I remembered that conversation we had about me wanting to be the bad guy or a
Uh-huh.
corpse. And I really didn't want to be a corpse. I wanted to be the bad guy more. And I kind of already had a couple conversations with Jen when you and I had that conversation.
Mhm.
I was already like getting excited
So
and
you knew, you fucking knew
I
what was
kind of
coming,
knew,
kind
I
of.
kind of knew, man, but it was one of those things where I thought it was so special. I didn't want anyone to know
Right. No, no, you
because
can't.
I cared about it so much, man. I cared about the end of this movie. So I care about the whole movie, but I care about the end of this movie so much because it's viable. It's the reason you'll like or hate the movie at the end of the day.
Listen, I know we're out of time. Thank you so much. I love you as a good guy, but you play a pretty fucking great bad guy. So
Thank you
hopefully
so
there's
much.
more of that in your future if you want more
Uh,
villain
I appreciate,
role.
I got my fill, I got my fix, so I'm pretty satisfied on that. But I'll take, as the opportunities come, I'll always see if I can connect to a character, and if I think I can kick ass, I'll definitely go after it.